Hey everybody, Brant back here at Nutrition First Coaching with another Whiteboard Wednesday. So we're getting more into some application. These are things where not only do I get a ton of questions about this kind of stuff, and it tends to be those things that you have the knowledge about, but putting it into practice and actually making it a part of your lifestyle and habits in your life is always that next more challenging step. So today we're going to talk about planning and preparing for success. If we can plan and prepare, this is a major keystone habit. And if you can do this effectively, then you can kind of prepare for those things that pop up in life and the day gets crazy, something else happens, and all of a sudden you can't do what you were going to do when you got home to make a meal. But if you're already ready for it, you can jump in with your healthy nutrition already there, or your snack on the go. You can just make things, you can divert those tough things in the future. So let's talk about step number one. And the reason that I think this one is very important is because we don't really take time to check our calendar and figure out what's going to happen that week. Look at your calendar, whether it's written down or in your phone. What meetings do you have? What do the kids have going on? All the people that affect your life and what's going on in terms of the structure of your day. Look at what's going to happen and where you could plan some things out, where you're going to have to need some meals that are already ready to go and can be quick warm-up type of things, or even have some snacks on the go. Step number two, well, now we got to make a menu plan for the week. This one can be a little challenging if you don't have a big array of things to cook, but keep it simple. Keep it simple with make some bulk proteins, cut up a bunch of veggies, have a bunch of sides ready to go, and then just use your fats for flavoring when you are putting those meals together. But keep the meals simple. They don't have to be extravagant. They don't have to take forever. They can be simple meals, and you're going to cover your bases on those. And I'd much rather you're eating a healthy, simple meal than having to go through the drive-thru somewhere and get some kind of crappy food. So step number three, now we just got to shop for those foods. This is where things have gotten interesting in the last year, and there's a bunch of different ways you can do this now. One of my favorites is to be able to order stuff online. You can get some of the staples coming to your house on a regular basis. You can order foods through Amazon. You can go to your local grocery store, Smith's and Albertsons and Walmart. They all do this too. You go in, order all your foods, and then you just set a time to go pick them up. That's even better. The less you can be in a grocery store and the less times you have to go to a grocery store, the less impulse buys, the more you can control your food intake, your food environment, the quality, and then it's just about getting the right quantities in. So step number four, this is where it comes down to you got to do it. So now you just got to prep stuff and you got to organize it so that it's ready to go for that week. When it comes to prepping, make it a big session. Make it an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, a couple times a week. That's when you can be the most efficient. You just got the groceries, you drove, got your setup time, you went and picked them up, brought them home. Now you can cut up a bunch of veggies while you're doing a bunch of chicken in the pressure cooker, and then you put veggies in the oven and those are baking while you're cutting up and preparing a bunch of things for breakfast. Maybe you do a bunch of eggs at once and you put those in a container, and then you do a bunch of sausage and you have that ready to go in the mornings. Then it's just a matter of making a little breakfast scramble in the morning. But the key to this is now organizing that stuff. So my favorite thing to use is glass Snapware. It drives my wife crazy because we have thousands of these at home. But the lids break and then you're just left with glass, and we won't go there. But the easiest thing with the glass Snapware is you can see what's in it. You can put it directly into something to warm it up, microwave or the oven, but you can get it warm right away pretty quickly, know what's in it in the same container, save yourself a little cleaning. And I just like them because they're glass versus the BPA friendly plastics and who knows what else is in there. The other option too is just Ziploc baggies. Put little combinations of everything you need for a smoothie. Maybe you have cut up veggies and some lunch meat in there. That's a good little snack. Maybe it's your dressings. They're ready to go in little containers, and you can take those with you to put on your salad that's already in your big container. And you have your protein in another container. You combine them all together. Boom, you got a meal ready to go. But the big thing is prep it out get it organized. If you're counting macros, now you can really be organized. You can put it into separate containers. You can mark the containers and you know exactly what's in there. Now it's just a matter of execution. And if something pops up, something crazy happens that day, you come home and it's already 6:30, and normally you would have had to prepare a whole meal, and that ends up becoming a drive-through or going to the pantry and eating a bunch of chips and having a bowl of cereal. Now you've already got stuff prepared. Maybe it takes 2 to 3 minutes. You warm it all up, combine it together, and you have meals ready to go. So plan for success. This is a keystone habit for sure. Plan and prepare to be successful. If you want a little more in-depth about this stuff, I wrote a blog on it back in December. I think it was December 9th or so. It's got even like sample little meal plans. It's got some links to things you could order. It's got the different ways you can shop for things. So you can go check that blog out. If you have some questions about some other things you want to hear about on Whiteboard Wednesdays, DM me some questions. Of course, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel here, and we'll keep cranking this stuff out for you. I have a lot of fun doing it. I hope you're getting a lot of value out of it. So I'll talk to you next Wednesday.